So what you doing for Christmas? I can't believe you just said that. Why? What's wrong with Christmas? I never get a white Christmas, okay? What? I always get white Christmas. A lot of other people get white Christmases, but me and my family. Well, you know, the Weather Channel's having this little contest. We should have a shout out to them. Please, white Christmas, please, come. And they really need that 15,000. I mean, come on. Come on. Hey, yo, that's good, man. Thanks.
Were you a procrastinator?
It's not too late. All day Friday and Saturday, get Countdown to Christmas doorbusters at Sears. These small kitchen appliances are only $9.99 after mail-in rebate. Save up to 70% on fine jewelry. Plus, this 42-inch Zenith plasma is only $429.99. Sears, be the Santa you want to be.
I see a lot of teeth that look great until I look at the gum line. The problem is you could have plaque along your gum line that can lead to gingivitis. In fact, 1 in 2 adults actually has gingivitis and might not even know it. That's why I recommend new Crest Pro Health Clinical Gum Protection Toothpaste. It helps eliminate plaque at the gum line, helping prevent gingivitis. And it's been clinically proven to help reverse it in just 4 weeks. It also protects these other areas dentists check most. New Crest Pro Health Clinical Toothpaste for healthier gums.
We're so sure Priceline has the biggest hotel deals, we're offering the Big Deal Guarantee. Book a hotel with Name Your Own Price, and if you can find a lower published price anywhere else, we'll match it and pay you $25. Book now and save up to 60% on hotels, only at Priceline.
It's a rule of nature. You don't decide when vegetables reach the peak of perfection. The vegetables do. At Green Giant, we pick vegetables only when they're perfect, then freeze them fast, so they're as nutritious as fresh.
Green Giant.
Were you a procrastinator?
It's not too late. All day Friday and Saturday, get Countdown to Christmas doorbusters at Sears. This Nikon 12-megapixel camera is only $89.99. Plus, 7 a.m. through noon Saturday, get an extra 10% off all tools, even sale prices. Sears, be the Santa you want to be.
This show is coming to a close, but the magic is just beginning. I'll be in South Texas on Christmas morning for the live event, so tune in when the real magic begins. Guess it's time to get out of here.
Hi, I'm Weather Jack. I'm going to tell you the forecast. On Christmas in Houston, it's going to be partly cloudy and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. But at my house, it's going to snow 1 to 3 inches.
Your local on the 8s is next. For holiday gifts, visit store.weather.com.
I'm meteorologist Chris Warren. Here is a look at your forecast, what we're expecting for your Saturday. We are going to see a chance for some showers, especially to the south, throughout parts of the southeast and into Florida. It is the west that is going to get absolutely hammered. We are looking at rain and snow, and in California, you can see we are going to see potentially several inches of rain beginning already, lasting through Saturday, possibly into Wednesday as well. And as far as the potential travel delays go, you can see it's going to be mainly along the west coast. Hope you have a great weekend.
I'm meteorologist Jim Cantori. I've made a career of being in the middle of storms, and I love it. But there's more to weather than storms. Some people live where they have to deal with harsh or unusual conditions on a daily basis. On Cantori Stories, we'll take you to these places. You'll meet the people that call them home, and we'll immerse you in their culture. On this episode, the vibe of Vancouver. The views are amazing amazing. No matter where you look, a natural outdoor amphitheater for all to enjoy. Many take advantage of this incredible environment in a variety of artistic ways. Trendsetters, trailblazers, unique characters that aren't afraid to do their own thing. As you experience the city, its culture, and its climate, you get a certain feel here, a special vibe that is exclusive to Vancouver. It's a cosmopolitan city wrapped in spectacular natural scenery. Hi, I'm Jim Cantori. Vancouver is surrounded by water on 3 sides and snuggles up to the Coast Mountain Range. It buzzes with stylish, multicultural energy and a relaxed outdoor lifestyle. It has one of the mildest climates in Canada. And when you add all that up, you start to feel the vibe of Vancouver. With a population of about 600,000 and a metropolitan area over 2 million, Vancouver is the 3rd largest city in Canada. It sits in the southwest corner of British Columbia on the Pacific coast, about 140 miles north of Seattle. It's an energetic, sophisticated city that seems to have been dropped smack dab in the middle of a stunning outdoor setting of ocean, forests, and mountains. Vancouver's all about finding that balance between the big city and the great outdoors. This Inukshuk is a stone landmark that balances here at English Bay and was the symbol of the Vancouver Olympics. If you were walking around during the games, you may have run into someone who's got that balancing thing figured out pretty well.
I was coming through the park here one afternoon, and there were some park sport workers by their truck. And just as I was passing them, I could hear one of them whisper to the others, "Look, it's Rockman."
He is an artist. His canvas, a beach in Vancouver's famous Stanley Park. Weather permitting, each weekend for the past 10 years, Kent Avery balances rocks.
You have to have a very fine sensitivity to feel minute adjustments and balance, because that's what it goes down to. So it's all by feel. I can look at a stone and say, I think this will work here, but it's not until I actually put it on another stone, I start to feel the vibration or the other stone shift. So that's where it gets really delicate, really difficult sometimes. Watch out, watch out.
It's like he looks for the most inconceivable way to put them together. He puts, rather than taking the flat side of the rock, he puts it on the tip. Rather than going from largest to smallest, he puts a small rock on the bottom, and then a large one, and then another small one.
Avery searches for just the right stones. When balanced, seemingly defy logic and physics.
Just finished doing some stone balancing. This woman standing, she goes, "Excuse me, do you glue those?" And I said, "No, I don't use glue, but I'll tell you something I don't tell very many people. Is I'm the only certified stone welder in North America." She goes, "Oh, welding, of course." That's it. There's all kinds of stuff like that happens. I had a fellow come up one day and he had a very kind of serious look on his face, and he said, "Excuse me, are those glued?" And right away with a straight face I went, "Yes, as a matter of fact, I use Franken-glue, the same glue they used to put Frankenstein's boots together with." And he went, it was like he was relieved. He went, "Oh."
Then there's the weight of the stones themselves.
I've hit a couple fingers between 2 rocks. Of course, it swole up and lost the nails, and I couldn't play the guitar for quite a while. And I've dropped one on my foot, and one fell, grazed my head. But out of 10 years, and all that lifting and all that balancing, there hasn't been a lot.
Avery performs his magic at low tide, and you'd think it would really bother him when the high tides destroy his stone statues.
You know, there'd be times when there were some I did that I really loved, and I thought, oh, you know, there they go. But since then, having the photographs, you know, photographing them a lot and having that visual record, and then knowing that I can do them again, it's become a lot easier to just let them go every time.
The reactions Avery gets are as unusual as his creations.
There's a kind of serenity to them, and I feel like because they're so amazing and spectacular in a muted kind of way, it makes you smile.
There was a woman a few years back sitting on a bench, there was nobody else around, and she looked really intense. She said, thank you so much for what you're doing. You brought tears to my eyes. You know, you really moved me deeply. So those kind of experiences, of course, are really uplifting, and I'm grateful for that.
From balancing rocks to balancing on skis, or trying to. Oh! Oh, that hurt. We head about 2 hours north of Vancouver to the Whistler Blackcomb Ski Resort.
Hey, has anyone seen Harvey? You guys seen Harvey?
Harvey?
Who's Harvey?
Who's Harvey?
You haven't seen Harvey?
Not seen Harvey.
There he is.
This is Harvey Fellows, and why should you care? Well, he's probably the only person in the world that has a cloud named after him.
Harvey's cloud's a phenomena that generally when we're in a storm cycle, more so towards the beginning and the end of it, clouds will roll into the mid-station and it'll just kind of sock right in. Harvey used to live at mid-station. He fired up the gondola every morning, and that was how all the staff got up to work. And he lived there for many, many years, and so we named the cloud after him.
Harvey is 66 years old, and he's worked on Whistler Mountain for the past 42 years. His cloud, a bittersweet legacy.
As far as I'm concerned, it's quite a negative connotation because of its effect on skiing.
Yeah, the mid-mountain layer, fog layer. The nemesis. No. When you get above that, it's like, oh, heaven. And if you're under it, you're like, ugh, I don't feel like going skiing today.
I kind of am sorry that it's been named Harvey's Cloud, but I understand why it was named Harvey's Cloud.
And it just so happens that the cloud, which is a fairly regular occurrence, mind you, can affect world-class skiing events that are held here regularly.
Occasionally, a cloud forms at a particular elevation, somewhere between 800 and 1,500 meters elevation, which just happens to be right at the level of the downhill course. And when that cloud rolls in, the visibility gets very poor, and races sometimes have to be halted or stopped until the cloud clears out.
There's instances where I've come over a roll and it's socked out, and you're just like, I'm going in. It's like Knight Rider when he goes right in that cloud and the car disappears. It's like that. You're just like, all right, I think I know where I'm going. I'm going to go for it.
But every cloud has a silver lining. And for Harvey, it was the 2010 Winter Games.
Yes. That's everything. In 2003, when we won the bid, I was about 10 feet off the ground.
Despite the notoriety that comes with having your own cloud, Harvey isn't a household name.
I think a lot of people really don't know what Harvey's Cloud is about or what it really refers to. Harvey's Cloud, what's that?
The skiing is off the charts. You've just completed that last gold medal run of the day, and you're off enjoying that après-ski lifestyle. Have you ever wondered who's getting the slopes ready for tomorrow?
Yeah, well, we've got a pretty specialized job, so yeah, we've probably created quite a few words over the years. Pug, muck, champagne is nice, grauple if it's just little balls of styrofoam, boilerplate for when it gets really, really hard, which is kind of what it's like right now.
Get the boilerplate going?
We're rocking some boilerplate tonight.
Darcy Burke is one of the 15 or so snow groomers responsible for maintaining the 200 ski runs and over 8,000 acres of ski terrain at Whistler Blackcomb. They do it all alone, at night, and see all types of weather.
So I've been up on the peak where it was blowing so hard. It was forcing water through my side windows, creating a small glacier on the inside of my door, shaking the cab violently, trees being knocked down, rocks and ice getting whipped around. So there's a lot of times where you really wouldn't want to get out of your machine for anything.
Coming up on Cantori Stories, sushi and coffee. What do they have in common? And how were they a part of the Olympics? And it's one of the least athletic but most exciting sports. But how does the weather affect curling?
There's some guys which have been playing for 20, 30, 40 years that can tell when it drops a degree inside and how that's going to affect their rocks and how they're going to curl.
How well
lauded Total Effects body wash Shape Up for good housekeeping? They believe with Olay you can challenge what's possible and gave us their good housekeeping seal. For smooth, firm, younger-looking skin, shape up in the shower with Olay Total Effects.